Hey, Facebook, my people. Okay, so I tried to do this live video, and, well, that didn't work out too well. Hold on, let me turn down my ringer, because this is going to get, everybody's trying to message me right now. So, anyways, long story short, I tried to do this live video. It didn't work out too well. My reception is horrible up here in the mountains right now, because we're going through this big California storm. You guys have seen a lot of the posts and stuff that's going on. And hey, I've been trapped in my house for like 3 days, unable to work 4 days, something like that, since Friday. And maybe I've got a little bit of cabin fever, but I want to talk about something. I want to talk about what's on my heart right now, because that's what I always do. You know, and I'm a very honest person, and I'm at this very transitional part on my journey, and I'm working through some serious stuff. A combination of like mourning the identity as being this leader in network marketing, or mourning a lot of different identities, as well as working on all these different emotions and feelings that are coming up in me right now, that are coming up in us all. Because the truth is, the energy that is flooding the planet right now is energy that only supports transparency, not deception, false identity. So that which is false in us, that which is limiting, that which is deceptive in nature, is being exposed in us. And often what that looks like is like we see other stuff we don't like and we're pointing it out, because instead of seeing it as a mirror reflection for us to look at what's in us, like we just aren't there yet. And I get it, because I've gone through that myself and still do, far from perfect. But you know, I cut the live video to really talk about what's going on with me and the reaction that I'm getting, some of the messages I've gotten, the 500 people who've unfriended me, the posts on my page, you know, like kind of checking me on what I'm sharing now versus what I shared before. And I want to address that, you know. First, let me just say the 500 friends that I've lost, it's a combination of things. A big part of that, what I call this purge, took place when a lot of people left our team in my most recent network marketing venture. And a lot of people unfriend people when they do that, and no judgment, I did it. Like early on in my career, I fell into that. Like I didn't only do that, I also went further than that. Like I had to make some apologies later. A lot of people we're still really close friends, like, know that. I've had to reach out and make my own apologies when I recognized, like, wow, I got to be on the other side of that. I got to see what that feels like, and was truly grateful for that experience, right? For seeing what it feels like. So a lot of that friend loss, just we weren't affiliated anymore by team or company, right? And I gotta be honest, like that is one of the reasons I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I can't handle the fake friendships that aren't real, like you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be a part of that. But let me be very clear. I'm not one of those people who's like walked away from network marketing for the rest of my life, because I've learned not to say never. Never say never. You never know what you're going to do. Who's going to say like that industry doesn't work? The industry works. It works when you work it. Like I made a lot of money. I did good. I also told myself a little lie when I left, that I left because other people didn't. Like, bull, that's not true. Like, we offer each other like this amazing opportunity for growth through our trainings, through our connections, through our conversations, through our videos, through all of it, to face deep fears within ourselves and grow. I mean, man, oh man, oh man, we're talking, it would cost thousands of dollars in self-help programs and therapy and seeing a psychologist to gain what we gain in that industry. No doubt. But the part where we're competing with each other and trying to take each other's downlines, and like, man, I've done it all too. Like, let me disclaim that again. Like, I've been that person in my moments of fear early on in my career, and even found myself doing it again later, and just parts that I'm not super proud of myself for, but that I'm super excited that I recognized, right? Like, here's the deal. We're evolving, we're growing, and I've learned how to forgive myself for how I've had to learn what I've had to learn and how I've done it, and to forgive myself for not knowing what I hadn't learned yet, right? Like, that's a big part of it. For me right now, I'm not inspired. I'm not inspired by companies that make millions and millions of dollars through people who don't make a lot. And I get it that we can all get there and we can make that money, and I've made some good money, and I know personal close friends who made tons of money, way more than me. But that being said, like, I am inspired by the growth and all that takes place. I'm just not there right now, right? So I'm mourning the loss of that identity. And part of that identity was me sharing these before and after pictures and constantly marketing the results of the work I was doing. And it was beautiful and I loved it and I accomplished so much and it was great. Just because I'm not posting that stuff right now doesn't mean I'm not still doing it. Doesn't mean some days I'm not battling with it, just like I was when I was posting that. I shared my battles then. I'm having both of those, but there's some other stuff going on in my life right now. Like, who am I? Who do I want to be? Where do I want to go? Like, I'm doing this Uber thing. I got caught flack for that. Don't post that you're doing Uber. Like, that looks bad. You're supposed to be a leader in network marketing. Well, guess what? A lot of leaders in network marketing aren't making any money. Okay, and I wasn't. And what do? I share where I'm at when I'm there, right? I've also lost friends because I went through some really deep emotional stuff during this whole campaign and election thing, and I shared some of that because guess what? I shared things, and I caught a lot of flack. I lost friends because I posted that I do tarot readings and got some posts on my page about that. Like, here's the deal. I genuinely, with all my heart, care about how people feel. But I will not live my life concerned or worried about what people think about me. If I delete stuff on my page, it's because I realize that something I posted, while not intended to hurt people, led to people being hurt, maybe not through what I posted even, maybe through comments on the page, whatever. I do what feels right for me at the time. And I don't do it based on, oh my God, they don't like me. I do it based on, oh wow, look how I made somebody feel, and I learn from that, I move and I grow, right? Like, this whole idea, this whole concept that we have to present ourselves as this version of ourselves to gain like, no, I won't do it. Guess what? I cuss sometimes. Guess what? I battle with all kinds of things, right? I battle with being vegetarian, vegan, or carnivore. I battle with differences of like being categorized. I can't stand that. I hate to see people categorized, and I've done it myself, so I get it. Like, I battle with a lot of different things, and when I'm battling, like I'm going through these great changes in my life that are just tearing me apart, I share that too. I share that too. And if I lose people, guess what? I know a little secret. You can never lose anybody. You can't, because we're all one. We're all connected, and even if you don't share that belief, that's okay. That's my truth. And I support you having your truth. But I know that we can never truly lose someone. You know, I learned on my journey when I went out, the beginning of that One Love journey, to change the world, that I didn't need to change the world. I just needed to change me. And the world around me shifted and changed right before my eyes as I changed things within myself. And I shared a lot of that openly. The rest is in my book that I'm still working on. Some of those parts, facing them, are hard. And some things have happened recently that inspired me to really get down to writing the parts that are hard to write in the least unlikely places. It's how this all works. People post on their Facebook walls stuff that ignites different emotions in us, different feelings in us, and a whole lot of judgment. And I'm not above being judged, and I'm not above judging. I get it. But this is where I am right now. This is the current version of me that's available, right? So this is who I'm going to share until a new version emerges. I don't believe that we have to be perfect in order to talk about any one topic. I don't believe that we have to get to this level before we're allowed to share any one part of it. You see, that belief that we have to be the all-knowing expert, or people are going to tear us down for the parts that we trespass against or aren't perfect in, that's a limiting belief. That's a belief that is peer pressure, that's bullying. Like, stop it! I'm trying to stop it. Like, you don't have to be perfect to be my friend. Definitely not. We don't have to agree on everything to love each other. I celebrate diversity. I celebrate you having your beliefs and me having mine. And I don't think you're dumb, stupid, possessed, taken over by aliens, demonic forces, or any of that stuff because you share your beliefs or your ways. I don't vibe with the whole putting an entire group of the population into some labeled category based on separate views, and I don't get down with this whole I'm this and you're that thing. I don't get down with it. I unfollow people over that stuff. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. It pisses me off, but it doesn't mean I don't value where you're at on your journey at this time. We came here to experience duality. We came here to experience being separate from that of which we are, that of which we came from. So when I see the separation taking place, I recognize it. I just happen to think that we can move beyond that. I think we're ready. I know I am, and I'm working towards that. And sometimes that's not cute. Sometimes it's not pretty. But it's real. At least it's really where I'm at right now. Where I'm at tomorrow might be another chapter in my story. It always is, right? So if you don't want to be my friend, that's okay. I love you. I love you still. And at the core, we're always friends. You know, the people we have the most discourse with, they're our best soul friends. The people we have the most discourse with are the ones who really push us to release stuff, to work through stuff, who help us to remember who we are and to own that and to go with that. So I don't know if the other video got up. I don't even know if I covered everything in it, but this is just what I wanted to say today. I love you at every version of yourself that you're at, even when I can't stand you. And guess what? Some days I can't stand myself either. And I know some days you don't like me too. And that's okay. I'm good with that. You guys have an amazing day.